Good afternoon. It is Wednesday. We just had our sales meeting in the office, and I wanted to go over a few things that we talked about. Some really important discussion we had today based on contracts and specifically our due diligence period. A lot of people think that the due diligence just has to do with getting your inspections done on a property, but we had the pleasure of having Katie Winters from Winters Title in today, and she went over easements and servitudes in properties. And so just wanted to go over that really briefly. And this is something that's very important for you to discover during your due diligence period, is to check into the property deed to see if there are any easements or servitudes on the property. These should be disclosed in the property disclosures, and they would also be you would be able to find these in re-subdivisions or things like that. But just something to note when you're going through your contract and you're going through the process, to make sure that you check these two items during your due diligence period, because let's say there's an electric pole in your backyard. That's going to require an easement for the city, and what that means is that they are going to be allowed access to your property at all times. So if there's like a walkway or a fence or something, you're not going to be allowed to lock that off or put a deadbolt without them having access. It could also be that I had a friend who had a contract on a property that backed up to a restaurant, and they had encroached on his property with their equipment, and it ended up being a pretty big deal that they had to get the property re-subdivided. They had to sue for the restaurant to purchase some of that property back. So there's your hot tip for today. Check your servitudes, check your property lines, and check your easements during your due diligence period, because that's when you need to get it worked out. Hope you'll have a happy Wednesday.